Recording.
Alright, I'm on my way out of Streaky Bay. I don't know why I didn't put the camera on. I never think to do that. To put the camera on as I'm leaving, because it's a nice little place. It really is. It's worth a visit. And I'm on my way to Port Lincoln, which is about, I think that signboard said 293 kilometers, or it's 340 kilometers, thereabouts. And yesterday I rode in some drizzle weather most of the way. It wasn't terrible, but drizzle is drizzle. It just doesn't lift the spirits that much. Today looks like a gorgeous day, and sun's rising to my left, the moon is setting to my right. So I'm listening to the finish of Stephen Fry reading the Sherlock Holmes novel, The Hound of the Baskervilles, and one of his all-time classics. And I've read it before, so I know how it all ends, unfortunately. But Stephen Fry's reading of it is just great, so I'm enjoying it all over again. And I'll listen to the finish of it as I ride along now. I'm at a little spot called Port Kenny, which is to the south of Streaky Bay, en route to Port Lincoln. And I've just stopped because, look, it's early-ish in the day still. It's just gone 7:30, and I'm riding into quite thick fog down the road there, so I just thought I'd get off the road. It's not worth taking a chance. I'm sure it's going to burn off soon. The sun's out, and the issue is there's absolutely bugger all here. There's a pub down the road, but I'll take a walk down there. Maybe they have a coffee on offer, I'm not sure. But so I'm just going to be patient here. I stopped over at this little spot, Port Kenny, because, I could have got a coffee there. Because this road was just fogged over up until about 20 minutes ago. I couldn't see down here, believe it or not. Just to let the fog lift, because I didn't want to ride down here on the slow-moving machine in the fog with road trains coming up on me from both directions. So it's lifted now. It's nice and clear. It's still brisk. I'll tell you something. It is brisk. I reckon it's about 7 or 8 degrees. So I've just put my inner gloves on, my little woolen inner gloves, even into these winter gloves of mine, because you sit here, this doesn't have heated grips, obviously. A Postie bike with heated grips, now there would be a thing. So let's see what the signboard says. It says it's 230 kilometers to Port Lincoln, 62 to Elliston. And at Elliston I'm definitely stopping, come what may, to get a coffee. I don't care what rubbish they serve me. That just shows you how addicted to coffee and caffeine I am. So I'm riding into a little town called Elliston on the west coast of the Eyre Peninsula, and I am targeting a coffee shop or bakery. My back brakes feels really weird. I don't even know if it's operating. Well, it's working. as much as brakes on this bike work, nothing brings you to a quick stop on this bike, that's for sure. So there's a caravan park with some cabins here. Foreshore and town centre. Alrighty, let's have a look down these roads to see what we have. Well, this is Lake Greenlee on the Eyre Peninsula. I'm about, I don't know, 70 kilometres, 80 kilometres from Port Lincoln. So it's on the west coast, but it's a lovely little area down here, I must say. Well, not little, it's just, yeah, very, very scenic. Yeah, it's an interesting ride down here, I must say. I'm glad I did this. You know, the option was just to cut straight across the north end of the peninsula and skip this out. But that's not been true to the ride from my point of view, and so yeah, I'm going to Port Lincoln tonight and then head up the east coast of the Eyre Peninsula tomorrow. But enjoying the day today, I must say. This is Port Lincoln I'm riding into right now, so over there on the left. Well, here I am at arrived at Port Lincoln, and the motel I'm staying at behind me here is, as you can see, it's right on the harbour, and well, it's Port Lincoln, and had a decent ride down here today, I must say. And most importantly, I got a new tyre put on my rear wheel. It happens to be a road tyre, it's not a knobby, but the main thing is it's a new tyre. And what happened was I was just coming into Port Lincoln, and I came across this, I passed this kind of Suzuki, Honda lawnmower dealership place. I think it's called Lincoln Mower, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to swing by there and see if they can do a tyre for me. So I did, and I tell you what, they were just on the game, and quick as you can think, came down with this tyre. These tyres, they take off the Postie bikes that the post office, well, the post office bring them in, and they take these tyres off and they put like a knobby tyre on for the posties. And they had a whole pile of these things that they'd taken off. So I got that tyre for 25 bucks. They originally said 40, and I said, come on, I'm the Postie geezer, you got to give me a deal on this. And so they did. And thank you to Quinton at Lincoln Mower. Really on their game, just did the job. No issues, no gnashing of teeth and telling me how busy they were. They were busy, I could see that, and they understood my circumstances and they just did it. So fantastic of them to do that. So I got a brand new tyre, and that should see the 3,000 k's out till I get back to Sydney. Geez, I hope so. It doesn't look like much of a tyre when you look at it compared to the knobby, which I got on the front. But it's a road tyre. It's probably a harder rubber, and it's probably going to last longer than a knobby would on the bitumen anyway. So I'm quite happy with that. This is my fourth rear tyre that I've put on. Now, the one that was on there wasn't totally toast, but it didn't have much left on it. It wouldn't have got me back to Sydney, that's for sure. So I've done the right thing by doing this now, and the whole thing cost me 95 bucks for the tyre and fitting So you can't complain about that. Alright, well, I'm leaving Port Lincoln this morning. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm guessing. Not too early. There's no need.
Device connected.
There's no need for me to get going too early. I'm going to a place called Cowell. I think that's what it's called. And it's only 170, 180 kilometers away up the east coast of the Eyre Peninsula. And this is really nice here, I must say. Port Lincoln. A lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And yeah, it's got a nice waterfront here. Anyway, I'm going that far because tomorrow I'm putting the bike on the ferry that's going to cut across some water, cut about 150 kilometers off, and that ferry leaves from Streaky Bay. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction here. I've got to just check this. Anyway, I'm enjoying the ride this morning along the waterfront here, but I think it's going to take me in the right general direction. So the ferry leaves from Streaky Bay. I booked on. It leaves at midday tomorrow, Saturday, and I'm going to go right here. I'm sure that's the way I've got to go. And yeah, so I'm going to put the bike on the ferry and go across. I forget what the name of the place is that it goes to. Waiala or something like and that'll save me about 150 kilometers. I'm probably rambling right now because I'm trying to figure out whether I'm actually on the right road, and what I should do is what I'm going to do is stop here and check. And when I get off the ferry, which I don't know what time that'll be, to be honest with you, I'm aiming for Gawler. Now, whether I get there or not's another matter, but I'm sure there's places along the way that I could pull into and stop over at. So that's the rough agenda for the next few days. Today and tomorrow, and then after that, I've got to find a way to continue the trip. So yeah, I had a great meal last night. I forget the pub's name, I'll put it down below. Just up the road from the motel I was staying at. And they had a slow braised brisket on the menu with a cauliflower puree, mashed potato and broccoli, and boy, was that a meal. Oh my goodness, that was just brilliant. Yeah, kudos to them on that dish on their menu. I don't know what the others were like, but that was pretty good. I'm sure I didn't just luck out. I'm sure they've got a great menu there. Well, I've just left Streaky Bay and had a coffee there, good coffee at a little bakery, bought a sandwich to take on the road with me. Yeah, I chatted to this guy, Derek, for quite a while. Lovely chap. A Vietnam war vet, and yeah, look, just the nicest guy. He sadly lost his wife a few months ago, and is obviously getting on with his life as best he can right now. He's got this lovely little dog, and so we had a long chat about a whole range of things. And then I met Les and Belle, who stopped by because he had seen me on the road somewhere, and he wanted just to have a look at the bike and find out a bit more about what the heck I was doing on this thing. And so, yeah, it's always, this is the best part of it. Obviously, I've said this many times. There's just all the different people that swing by and you get to chat to along the way. And share experiences. It's what we are. We're social animals, and whilst I am an introvert at heart, I just love, meeting people and just sharing life experiences. As I said, it's just. There's nothing better than that in life, I think, as to interact with people in a positive way. And if you can leave someone feeling a little happier, a little better about themselves, a little more uplifted, whatever it is, in a positive way, then I think, you've made some contribution to society, and why not? That was the part of my Uber driving experience that I loved, was that I used to say, you get to touch a person's life just once, because the chances of you meeting them again is very, very remote, especially in a large city like Sydney.
In 500 meters, turn right onto Lincoln Highway B100.
And anyway, and if you can have just an impact, even if it just lasts an hour, that they feel a little better, a little happier, whatever it is, then
take the next right onto Lincoln Highway B100.
Then you've made a positive contribution for your day, why not?
Continue on B100 for 109 kilometers.
There you go, 109 kilometers. I've got to Kyle today, and that'll be me, done. So quite an easy day, all things considered. Well, this is 114 on the board, but we'll see. We'll see what's right and what's wrong. What I've got to do is find a little place to pull off to have a comfort break, for which I'll turn the camera off. I promise I'll turn the camera off.
Recording.
Well, I'm only 20 kilometers or so out of Cowell right now, but I'm riding with some hectic crosswind. I'm not sure if it's apparent from the view from this camera, but yeah, I'm being blown all over the place, and my speed has been hampered. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased that I'll be getting off the bike in a short while and taking a rest. So up ahead, I don't know, a kilometre or so, this road does a right-hand bend. That's a nice rig. Wow, that's a nice rig, that. Anyway, the road does a right-hand turn and starts to head kind of northeast, and that'll just stop this for that period. I think all the way to Kyle it's like that, so at least I'm only going to be in this crosswind for a little while longer.
Recording.
Oh boy, that makes a difference. Just this direction I'm traveling in now, it's still blowing a gale, and I'm still getting hit from the left, but not nearly as much as I was, and it's more coming sort of over my left shoulder right now. So yeah, that was a bit of a challenging stretch, that last I don't know, last 10 kilometers or so before this bend. I'm at Cowell on the Eyre Peninsula right now. This is where I stayed last night at the caravan park down the road there. And I'm about to leave Cowell. I was hoping that there would be a coffee shop open somewhere, but there isn't. It is Saturday. Don't know what that means. Yes, it is indeed Saturday, and it's one of those things where you'd expect at least, oh, is that a coffee shop? A coffee shop to be open. Let's check that out. Cowell Bakery, cappuccinos and cold drinks. Okay, well, let's go in there. I've got plenty of time because the ferry that I've booked myself on only leaves at midday. So it's I don't know what the time is now. It's something like, I don't know, 9:30 or something. So I've got plenty of time. It's only 14 kilometers to the ferry, and so, yeah, I should be alright to have a cup of coffee. Suddenly, my sat-nav is working. Go figure. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. So this is the ferry to Wallaroo from Lucky Bay, where I am right now, and I'm going to put the Postie on that and then head across to the other side. I don't know how long it takes, about 2.5 hours or something. So yeah, different way to travel. I reckon there's going to be a bit of a chop out there today on the water. So we'll see what happens. It's amazing how they bring these things in so slowly and up there doing all the steering.